The European Union launched its Eastern Partnership programme in 2009 with a view to encompassing 6 countries of the former Soviet sphere. It was initiated by Poland to provide a venue for discussions of trade, economic strategy, travel agreements and other matters between the EU and its eastern regional neighbours. This was taken to mean Armenia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, Georgia, Moldova and Ukraine. But now Belarus is part of a customs union with Russia and Ukraine has suspended its involvement, and Armenia has also said no thank you, it's going with Russia. The 6 countries total some 75 million people, though Ukraine is the biggest by territorial size, population and resources. It was thought both sides could gain through a free trade zone. The EU is a 500 million consumer market. The EU earmarked €2.5 billion for the partnership from 2010 to 2013. That was aimed at democratic institution building, environmental protection, industrial reform, energy security and the fight against hunger. In exchange for economic rapprochement, the EU requires respect for the rule of law and human rights, market economy principles, sustainable development and good governance. Implementation of the Eastern Partnership concentrates on stability, convergence with EU policies and contacts between people. In the first half of this year, the EU's trade surplus surpassed €3 billion with the 6 countries. About half of EU exports going to them flow to Ukraine. Germany, Italy and Poland are the biggest exporters to it. In return for easier access to the EU, but not membership in it, countries also have to fight corruption and organised crime and people, drugs and weapons trafficking. Easier movement for Eastern citizens across EU borders came in the form of easing visa rules with Ukraine in 2008, Moldova in 2010 and Georgia last year. Efforts and cooperation in countries outside the EU's borders help to reduce crime pressures within the now 28-member bloc. Closer ties with the region could also help the EU to improve the security of its energy supplies. Russia is reluctant to relinquish its senior partner role, where it dominated for decades, as equally proud, recently independent countries hang their modern identities in the balance with their economic futures.